One of the outcomes of the Copenhagen summit in December of 2009 was a promise from the rich countries to provide $30 billion over 3 years from 2010 to 2012 to support activities on climate change in developing countries. This was supposed to be given in a balanced manner between adaptation and mitigation, and was to be provided mainly as new and additional funds. We have just tried to look at whether these pledges have actually been made and what the state of play is. And what we find is that they do add up to 30 billion. But when we try to look at what the adaptation portion of that 30 billion is, it becomes much more difficult because none of them, or at least most of them, have not clarified what they are providing for adaptation. We can only find $3 billion out of 30 that is unequivocally for adaptation. Giving the benefit of the doubt to the others, it may go up to as much as 10 billion out of 30 billion, which still isn't really a balanced amount. It's only a third of the total amount. The other issue is whether this is new and additional funds or not, and it's very clear that most of the countries have been double counting a lot of their development assistance as part of their climate change finance as well, and this doesn't really bode well for new and additional funds which were promised. So the demand from the developing countries is very much to have a balanced amount of the 30 billion, that should be roughly 15 billion out of 30, for adaptation, and for this to be channeled through the UNFCCC Adaptation Fund as much as possible to provide additional funding to developing countries, particularly the most vulnerable countries, to implement the adaptation activities that they have already identified and want to implement now.